What is up, everybody? Clarkus and Steve-O here with another episode of the Playbook. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. You're right. It seems like between every podcast, a lot of stuff's going on. Even if it's off season, it is never off season for Kentucky sports and the NFL. So it's a
Yep.
365, 24/7.
Never stops. Never stops. Especially when you try to cover it like we do.
Right? And there's just we cover it as fans, just like internally, and we'll text about it and text with our buddies, families, whatever. But when you got to sit here and think about it and let it all sit in before you hit a podcast, you kind of get different thoughts and feelings about different things, especially stuff that's happened as recent as yesterday and today.
Yes. Yes. You're 100% nail on the head with that one. Well, where do you want to start this off at?
Well, last time we ended with Kentucky basketball, and let's face it, this is a Kentucky basketball driven podcast, I'd say. So I think we need to start with. I wouldn't say it's a complete shit show in Lexington, but it's slightly better, but it's not where we want it to be right now.
It's a shit show. You're right about that.
Yeah. He's so I got the depth chart pulled up right here just for I'm assuming a lot of people that listen to this will end up knowing a lot of these players. But right now our starters would be Zoom Diallo, the transfer from Washington. He was a 4-star
Yep.
recruit. He's pretty good, not the best 3-point shooter, but good athlete. Combo guard, probably going to be Alex Wilkins. You know,
Yep.
we picked him up to be the scorer. The microwave guy, hopefully average double-digit points, decent 3-point shooter, has potential to be a good one. Small forward.
He does remind me a little bit of Antonio Reeves.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. The way he plays, he doesn't hit threes like Reeves, but if he has potential to, we'll see what he does in a Pope offense.
Correct.
Small forward, Cam Williams, most likely.
Yep.
And I'm all right with that. Good 3-and-D guy. He's showed some promise last year, so I'm all right with that. Power forward is, if I pronounce it right, the guy we got from.
Ooh, I know how to pronounce it, but I want to hear you try.
Well, I know the last name's Njai. That's easy.
Yep. Yep.
Is it Usma?
Usma, you got it
Usma.
right.
Yeah,
The
N was
N
silent.
and the E is silent.
Okay, so Usma Njai. We got him. Like, he's like, what, 6'11", borderline 7 foot, stretch 4,
Yep.
skinny project, but
Moves like a guard.
he could have he would have got drafted this year if he went into the draft.
Yeah. One of the admins in my building, he is a big he's a big Kentucky fan like we are.
Yeah.
And he texted me earlier this week and was like, man, I was just watching some film on this Njae dude, and I see shades of Hashimu Evans. I see shades of Jamal Mashburn. And I see also some shades of Tayshaun Prince.
Huh. Those are all interesting. I see more of Tayshaun out of all three of them. The lanky, good guy could slide his feet on defense. Okay, Tayshaun was definitely a better 3-point shooter than this guy is.
Yes.
But I see more of Tayshaun than I do the other guys. Because Hashimu was a little bit smaller. I wonder if he was saying that about on defense. I don't know. But
yeah, I don't know where the Hashimu Evans came from, but
yeah, I thought that was
definitely see some of the Mashburn and Prince.
Yeah, maybe like a longer PJ Washington, maybe a guy that'll come out and hit threes and get you a couple of post buckets. Someone, he's a power forward but can play center, or Nick Richards, maybe junior Nick Richards. I don't know.
Right, junior Nick Richards, what a legend.
Right, and then starting center Malachi Moreno, assuming he's coming back. So that would be the starting five right now, which compared to last year is not an upgrade, but I don't think it's a significant downgrade.
Oh, it's definitely a significant downgrade.
I don't think it is with the way Chandler and Diabate in our power forward position was useless last year.
I do agree with the Diabate take.
Yeah, but Aberdeen is always better than all our players. I'll give you that. And then Moreno's a wash, but Moreno should be better year two.
Yes, I do think Moreno takes a big step up.
Yeah, but you're right. Replacing Aberdeen's going to be really tough. Wilkins and Zoom Diallo could probably replace him together, but 1 for 2 is not a good trade.
No, definitely not. Because, I mean, what he average? Like 13, 14 points a game?
He was mid-teens, yeah.
Yeah, so you're telling me Wilkins and Diallo going to average like 6, 7 apiece?
Wilkins could probably get 10. Now, I don't know about Diallo. I watched some of his stuff at Washington, and he had a big guy on there, Haynes Stomback, who's going pro, that is better than any of the guys we have on our team, and he kind of fed him the ball a lot. So Diallo might need the chains taken off him, per se.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'll be 100% honest with you. My optimism around Kentucky basketball is at an all-time low.
Same. I agree.
Like it's bad.
That's well, we got to leave it that. Let's leave with the negativity because we got other positive stuff to talk about. So we'll get this out of the way. Yeah, because right now our 3 best bench players are guys. We got Hawthorne coming back, which hypothetically he's supposed to be really good, but no one has seen him other than Jack Gibbons and the coaching staff. So who really knows?
Right. Well, they've rumored him to be the next Tayshaun Prince.
I know. So we're just kind of holding on to prayer. We also heard that Trent Noah and Cam Williams couldn't miss threes in the summer last year, and they couldn't hit during the season last year. So,
Well, neither of them could stay healthy either.
and that's fair. But when they were Noah, oh my God, I'm glad he's coming back as the position that he's coming in. But he had so many games at the end of the year where he missed so many wide open threes. If you aren't hitting those, what are you doing?
I'll be honest with you, man. I'm shocked he came back.
Because we need the spot. That's why he gets local endorsements like grandfather in his contract every year he comes back. I think.
Yeah. All of his money does not come from NIL. It comes from rev share.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry. I got that backwards. All of his
know what you
money.
meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
But I guess he doesn't want to, I guess essentially take a step down to where he can go to the school and be the guy.
And he showed enough promise his freshman year where we know there's a little bit of untapped potential in there, and hopefully the injury didn't derail his career totally.
Right. And if it did, I mean,
he's got some money now.
I mean, yeah, he's got money, but that's not good. I mean,
No,
it's not like it was a devastating injury.
No, and I don't know. And injuries are like him and Reese Potter and Mason Williams and Hawthorne's brother. They're all barely going to play probably unless we don't pick up any more players.
Right. Do you think we get any more?
Well, on top of Hawthorne, our other 2 bench guys are McBride, who we got Justin McBride, kind of a small forward, power forward hybrid, kind of taking the Diabate role from James Madison. And then Jerome Morton, is that his name? He's
Jerron.
He played at GRC. I know that in high school. And then
GRC, I think out of high school, he went to Morehead State.
Yeah.
Played
I
there.
remember him in high school because my wife teaches in that district, and I remember watching him. He hoops.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how well it will translate in the SEC, but we'll see.
Right. Probably better than Travis Perry, you'd think.
Yeah, I would.
Just to compare.
Right, but how much better? Because Trent Noah was better than Travis Perry.
It'll probably come down, we know the SEC is how well you can play defense. Because this guy can score, and he'll probably get 5 or 6 points a game, depending on how much minutes he plays, but depending on how you can play defense.
Yep. No, I agree.
But that's the roster right now.
It's not good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
It's not a lot of the preseason. I don't really look into all the preseason top 100s, top 25s or whatever because it's too far along, but we're not in any of them.
If Pope wants to make this roster, I guess, top 25 worthy, because at this point, there's no shot in hell we're going to be a national title contender.
No, not at all.
Like, that's over.
On my way here, like on my way home, I was just thinking, a thought popped in my head because I was like, the bracket challenge. I won the bracket challenge, not trying to brag, but I won because Michigan won, and Michigan had the same thing that the last couple of champions have had. Size. They had 2 to 3 big guys that were 6'11" or taller that would rebound and play defense, and then they might have a fourth guy off the bench that will spell them, and then they had guards that could hit threes.
Right.
And UConn had them, Florida had it, Michigan had it, and we have not had that in a long time.
I guess technically there is one way
Yeah.
you could get this team into, I guess, what you would call a contender stage. And that's if you go out and you land Momcilovic, who is expected to pull out of the draft, and Yesufu, who is also expected to pull out of the draft, but he's a heavy UCLA lean.
I thought he might have stayed in the draft, but the draft is so top heavy with young talent right now, and he was one of the highly touted freshmen that kind of disappointed, and the rest of them didn't. So tough luck.
Well, and I got to give credit to Aaron Torres for this. Shout out Aaron Torres.
He's good.
But he said today on his podcast, well, I think it was yesterday's podcast, but where was I going with this?
The freshman.
We have a roster in place that is decent, but you have to have a guy who is gonna be the guy.
If we didn't have Owe last year, we would have been so screwed, and that was our guy that kept us alive.
Exactly. And I mean, really, there's only 2 of those guys left out there, and it's Yesufu and Momcilovic.
Yeah, and who knows? Momcilovic, they've been pretty hush-hush on what they're going to do. It'll probably come down to how well he shoots threes at the combine or whatever he does to try out. Because if he shoots threes, someone's drafted him first round.
And then he also made the point, this is where I was originally going with it. It came back to me. If you're not a top 15 pick in the NBA with as much money as there is in college basketball, it's worth it to go back and take that guaranteed money for at least 1 year and potentially improve your stock.
Especially at a school like Baylor. That could use him if he wanted to come back to Baylor. But if he wanted to transfer somewhere else and upgrade, I mean, there's other spots. We're not the only big school that's open, but we'll take you in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah. But from what I've heard, he's a very heavy UCLA lean.
Yeah, that LA lifestyle, too. Went for living in Waco, Texas, might feel a little better.
Right. Well, he's also from the West Coast.
Yeah, and he's kind of a Mick Cronin type player, 3-and-D guy, so who knows. But at this point, we got to accept this as our roster and maybe another international guy. So,
yeah, which we'll get into that. What do we go? Well, let's get into the Tyron Stokes thing.
Yeah, this was
how bad that was.
There's some different angles to it. There's the angle where the kid kind of, it felt like, played us like a fiddle, and he's a kid. And then there's another angle where our coaching staff legit thought we had a shot at him to the point where they didn't really go all in for any other top dogs like they should have.
Both of those angles are correct.
I know. I've been talking to everyone I know about this because that's the hot button around here in Lexington.
It came out not long after he signed that when he was on his visit here last week, he had already signed the rev share paperwork to go to Kansas.
Yeah, I saw that. And Jacob Polachek tried to let UK know, and they didn't answer his phone call.
Yep, they've shut out all media.
It's messed up, especially for KSR. I understand why they don't like KSR, but KSR is a fan site. They're not trying to talk shit about Kentucky unless it's warranted. They want Kentucky to win, just like all of us.
Yes.
It's how it's always been.
Well, another shout out to Aaron Torres, but he also made the comment, college basketball is more fun when Kentucky is good.
It is. It is.
regardless of who you are a fan of.
Yeah. Well, he's to his credit and a lot of other people's credit, like Field of 68 and other guys who talk college basketball, they pump Kentucky because they know it'll pump the numbers, and all the viewers will listen and watch because that's what Kentucky fans do. We eat, sleep, and breathe, especially during the basketball season.
Yep, and that's why we have always been the brand, and we always will be.
Yeah, and what do you think about?
You want to get your tweets and articles recognized?
Yeah,
mention Kentucky basketball.
I'm not that upset about losing Stokes, the player himself. I'm just upset that we didn't try to capitalize on anybody else, and we went all in on him and got duped. It's not that we got lost to Bill Self. That's not a big deal. Bill Self's great. He's a great coach, legendary Hall of Fame or whatever. But
I told you last
the writing
episode.
Was on the wall. Writing was on the wall the whole time.
I told you last episode. I personally thought it was a mistake to wait for that decision.
And it got too late to where it doesn't matter. Even a month ago, it was too late because all the top guys have kind of gone. So Pope and the staff took their chances.
And then not only did we not land him, but we created got a level 3 recruiting violation because of Mo Williams.
Yeah, and he was supposed to be the cool one doing stuff to fit in. And so it's not looking too hot on the recruiting cycle. I think there's only like one guy left. I forgot, Caleb Holt maybe. And he's
Caleb Holt's going to Arizona.
There was another one. There's one top recruit left. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. He's not considering Kentucky, so it's over.
Dylan Mingo.
Yeah, Mingo. That's who it was. He decommitted from UNC.
Mm-hmm.
But he was never looking at us heavily. So we're set where we're at and playing Kansas the first game of the season.
What really rubs me wrong about the whole lead up to the Tyron Stokes commitment is 45 minutes before his scheduled announcement, all the coaching staff tweets out boom emojis.
Yeah, see, I didn't see that. I was driving at that time, but damn.
Yeah, all the coaching staff tweeted out boom emojis. And I was like, because we were talking about it in the group chat. Everybody was like, oh shit, did you all just land Stokes?
So they were booming the other guys.
Yes, the McBride guy.
Yeah.
Why announce that right before Tyron Stokes?
Oh yeah, that's dumb.
Not only does that tease the fan base, that's like, holy shit, we got the number 1 recruit in America announcing in less than an hour. The staff's tweeting out boom gifts.
Yeah.
And then 15 minutes before he announces, it's revealed that the boom gift was for Justin McBride, who's a fucking bench guy.
When we hired Pope, we thought him and this new age staff were going to be able to adjust to the college basketball landscape and also be as transparent as possible with this fan base, win or loss. He even told Matt a long time ago that he wants KSR and all the fan base to ream him if they're doing bad, and we are. And then he's becoming less transparent about what's going on and what's happening, and less aware of the pulse of the fan base, and that's what got Cal in trouble.
Bingo.
He's supposed to be one of us.
I hate saying this. I hate saying both of these things. But while I will say this, landing Stokes was not the end of the world.
No, I don't. It's
more not landing Stokes.
It's more how it happened, not that it happened.
How it happened, what led up to it, and then also the fact that I'm sure you saw that tweet about they had the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, all these ranked dudes on campus, and did not land a single one of them.
It was 0 for 14 or something like that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, and we gave him grace his first year because he didn't have time to get any star freshmen, and then
Well,
he
we
got.
didn't even we
That's what
didn't
I'm
even
saying.
have to give him grace.
Well, that's the point. But like
He
he
got
didn't.
what he got, and we were
Regardless, he
willing
had
to
no
live.
time to get
Yeah,
because in April most of the 5 stars were done already for even the 4 stars. But then he got Jasper and Moreno this year, and we're like, okay, that's solid for your
yeah,
second year. Then he got nothing.
yeah. Cook.
Then he got nothing. So
Exactly.
just the
It's just
trajectory is not where we thought it was going to be.
exactly. We got false hope after year one when he went to the Sweet 16 with basically nothing, and then second year it's like, oh shit, we got $22 million on the roster. We're gonna be good. Nope.
See, in the summer, I'm a lifeguard, and I look at it like this, like swimming. All right, when Calipari he drowned us eventually, even like in the shallow end. We forgot to swim. We are drowning in the freaking shallow end. Well, Pope helped us learn how to swim again in the deep end, and we're slowly kicking and pedaling and things. And we're like, cool, I can keep my head above the water. Maybe I can get out and do a dive and go all the way to the bottom of the water. And well, we tried the deep dive last year, and we kind of stayed at the bottom of the water for a long time, and then we slowly swam back up, and now we're barely breathing again. We're back to where
Yep.
Cal had us.
Yep.
So
You're not right. Or not wrong, I mean. But
yeah, I know. But damn. It's just all right. We're 21 minutes into the depressing shit. You got any more of that or let's move on?
I do have a couple more things.
All right.
I do genuinely believe that I'm tying this Tyron Stokes thing into it.
Yeah.
I do believe not landing him was the beginning of the end.
It's definitely has potential to be that. Like it's a domino effect in one way or the other. He's either going to like rally and be able to get this group of talent like he did his first year, which are not as talented as they were his first year, or he's going to be able to, or they're going to sink, which as a very optimistic fan, that's what it feels like right now. And I'm optimistic.
Oh, I'm not optimistic at all.
I'm talking about in general. I feel like in general, I'm always pushing the positive stuff, and I don't feel good right now at all.
Right. Well, I am in full negative Nancy mode. I have no faith in the basketball team next year.
Me neither. And it's tough. At least basketball starts in the middle of football season, and hopefully our two football teams are doing well at that time. So.
Yep. Yeah, let's move to some positive stuff.
Yeah. Well, just transition right over to football.
Well, hold on. Let's keep it on the basketball side, but the women's side.
Oh yeah.
They are killing it in the portal.
They are. I forgot to write that down on here. Yeah, they are. And
they got Anaya Patterson from UConn.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got Shaq's daughter, Miara.
I know.
Easy.
She's got to be pretty solid in the post, you'd think.
Yeah, she played at Florida. I think she averaged like 13 points a game last year. So
yeah, that's huge. So yeah, I mean, Coach Kenny cooking again.
Yep.
He's the one. I mean, we thought Barnhart could hang his hat on Pope. I think he really can hang his hat on Kenny.
Yes, that should be where he hangs his hat going out the door.
Exactly, in the women's basketball office.
Right. Which, granted, I am thankful for everything that Barnhart has done for this program.
He's done because really, bad.
When he took over, we were a one-trick pony. It was basketball.
Yep,
that was it.
I agree. Cheerleading.
Now we're good at cheerleading, but that's non-revenue generating.
That's actually gone downhill a little bit. They haven't won a natty in a while, anyways.
Right, but like volleyball, soccer, baseball, swimming and diving, track and field, air rifle. Think about that.
And he's upgraded the game day experience at a lot of them. Granted, people complain about some football and some rep arena stuff, but from since he started, all the game day experiences have been upgraded.
Yeah. But I'm real glad we lockered him on that $1 million deal.
Yeah, it took the governor to call him out to get that to happen, because otherwise
Yeah.
he was just going to pocket that and do nothing.
Yeah. Basically going to sit in the office, and I don't know what a person of his age does, but probably comparable to like watching TikToks or something.
Doing academics, watching The Price is Right. I don't know.
Right?
But yeah, so they haven't officially announced the next one, which is kind of odd because it's kind of lingering. I know they're waiting until school to be over, but it's over now.
Well, I don't think they can officially announce the next AD until after Mitch walks away in July.
Okay, and that's fair, but there's not even like rumblings. I mean, there's the obvious
Yeah.
people
Oh,
under
there's
him.
rumbling. No, there's rumblings.
Well, who you hearing then?
Jeremiah Dickey.
No, yeah, I've heard that one too. But
But I
is there anyone
think
else?
that's probably going to be it.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
They kind of know that with the way all that deal worked out with Mitch, they can't go with anybody from his tutelage.
And that's what I was mostly hearing that might happen. So that's good that they're not doing that.
But I don't know. I've also heard that a majority of people up there think that we're probably also going to be going to a president hire too, because Capilouto is probably going to walk.
He's certainly not very present at
Right?
the university or in Lexington. So
No, where's it? He's in like what, Florida or something
I think
like
Alabama. That's what I've been
that.
reading.
Or yeah, Alabama. I knew it was somewhere down there around the Gulf.
It's like you got a house up here on campus, and I know he's been president probably for like 25 years or something like that. I don't know how long, but probably since like the early 2000s.
Yeah, I think it was mid.
I remember Lee Todd before him, so it wasn't that
Yeah,
long ago.
yeah, it was Lee Todd, and then him.
So it's Duke, kind of like Stoops and Calipari. There's Barnhart's leaving, Capilouto. We just kind of cleared house on all the big names.
Right. Let's just, at this point, let's just start over, because the athletics department, other than football, which we'll get into that.
But that will be football is the start of the new generation. When Stein coming in, maybe that's the start of it. Him and Kenny Brooks.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then
but
Skinner can do the holdover.
Stein also has a little bit of an advantage that
absolutely
we'll get into here in a little bit, but I don't know, man. It's I titled our last episode, "Is it time to hit the panic button?" And me personally, I'm smashing the panic button for basketball.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It does not feel like there's any. I think I said this at the end of last episode. Give me a reason to be positive. Is there any reason for us to be positive?
And it's even worse now.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
That's true. Because we still had some optimism for Stokes.
How many times are we going to be the brunt of these whiff jokes or locker jokes before somebody is like, you know what? This is bullshit.
This is actually a really good segue, coaching-wise, for my little gimmick I worked on my little bit of time I had off today. I had wanted to do like Kentucky football and basketball coaches, comparing them to like famous TV and characters or whatever. And,
okay.
I was going to lead off with Popes because this is perfect for that. And my one for Pope I don't know. Have you watched Ted Lasso?
I have not.
You have not, but I had Ted Lasso for him because he's very. I don't know if you've heard anything about Ted Lasso, but he's just very joyous. He's a basketball coach that turns to be a soccer coach, so he doesn't know shit about soccer, but he is more about positive vibes than X's and O's. So I kind of just put, it's like, guys, we're going to have fun, but we might win 20 games. That's kind of how Ted Lasso is. That's how it feels like Mark Pope is. We're going to go out and have fun. If we don't win, that's okay. Claps a lot, just believes in vibes, and
Okay.
drinks what do you call it? He calls it Ted Lasso calls it culture Kool-Aid. So he drinks the culture Kool-Aid instead of the X's and O's Kool-Aid. So I got
That
Ted Lasso
sounds
from
like a
him,
Mark Pope quote.
and that's what Ted Lasso says. So
And I've seen enough like clips of that on like Facebook Reels and TikTok. I actually agree with that. I like that.
yeah, and I love Ted Lasso, and I love Mark Pope as a person, but as a coach, both of them suck. So
Yes.
so we can just go. I'll just do basketball for now, and then when we get into football, I'll do my football one later. Um, we'll just go in reverse order. We'll go Calipari next. Um, I have for Calipari. I can't read my own handwriting. That's the problem. Jordan Belfort. What's Leonardo
Wolf of Wall
DiCaprio?
Street.
Yeah, because he's an absolute freaking closer. His
Yep.
confident, his sales pitch.
Yep.
I have a quote in here from the movie. It's like I said, I was just scribbling while I was sitting there waiting to pick up kids on the van. Basically, star power, confident, momentum. Other than the cocaine lines, Calipari, he knows
Yeah.
what he's doing. He's just like Jordan Belfort.
Other than cocaine and quaaludes, that's a very good comparison.
Yeah, exactly. So I was trying to go a little off base and not try to do all the same thing. This one was the hardest one for me. Was Tubby because I love Tubby, and
I have
I'm
a
not really
perfect.
going in reverse order. I got Gillespie. I put him on the wrong page. Gillespie.
I have a perfect one for both of them,
Okay, well let me hear your Gillespie one because mine's more
and they're both from
different.
the same TV show.
All right, what's your Billy G one?
Glenn Quagmire.
Ooh, okay, yes, I like that one. Mine's Michael Scott for a different reason, not because he's very likable, because Michael Scott's very likable, but my thing is when Michael Scott says, "I have a plan," there is no plan. That's what I think of Billy Gillespie.
Right. That
And
makes
then,
sense.
yeah, and somehow everyone survived, barely. People almost died in the office. People probably almost died on UK or didn't make it back from buses like Harrelson or Darius Miller,
Right.
And somehow they were both chaotic and stressful at the same time, which I know sometimes those go hand in hand, but like Gillespie just was a drunk all the time, and Michael Scott is just the most insane character of all time.
Yes. Great show, by the way. One of my favorite shows.
Mine too. And we love Michael so much we don't want to compare him to. I don't like comparing him to Billy G, but they have a lot of similarities.
Right. I still like my Quagmire one though.
Oh, I do too. I love Glenn Quagmire and Family Guy. That's a great show too. Who do you got for Tubby?
Quagmire would also play for Patino.
Yeah, I got a good one for Patino too. What about Tubby?
For me, it's Cleveland from Family Guy.
I thought about him, then I was like, I'm not going to do what everyone does and do the same race. I did a biracial one, but Cleveland, that is a great one.
Okay, what's yours?
Mine was, did you ever watch Friday Night Lights, the show? Eric Taylor,
Oh yeah.
coach.
Yep.
I have
Yep,
Eric
that's a
Taylor,
good
old
one.
school values, leadership. He's no nonsense. He didn't win every game. The fans didn't always appreciate him, but the players did, and he always had them motivated and playing in a different way, and wins the right way.
Yep, that's Tubby.
Yep, that is. And I haven't seen that show in so long, and I was like, what other coach can I think of? Not Sam Jackson. I thought of the basketball, and I was like, wait, Eric Taylor. Yeah, let's
What
go.
did you like better, the show or the movie?
I like the movie plot better, but the show, I like the characters better because you watch it longer.
Right.
I think I'd pick the show just because it's underrated. Like, there's a lot of storyline to it that I would suggest watching the show if people haven't.
I gotta go with the movie.
That's fair. Movie's just as good. Just as good. Movie's a great movie. You got anyone for Patino or Adolph Rupp or Joe B. Hall?
Patino. Man, Patino actually. What's the name of Homer Simpson's boss in The Simpsons?
Mr. Burns?
Mr. Burns.
Yeah. That's funny. He does. They have the same attitude and then the suit, and yeah, I can see that.
And then Joe B. Hall. Uh, man, I don't know about that one.
All right. For Joe B, I had Jim Halpert.
Okay,
Yeah.
another Office reference.
And a big reason why is because Joe B took over and took over Rupp. Halpert took over Michael Scott when Michael Scott left, and then they're both kind of relatable. They're not the most flashy characters or guys, but like everyone loves Jim, and everyone loves
Yep.
Joe B Hall.
Yep, that's a good comparison.
Yeah, and then my Patino one, there were so many different Italian mobsters and things you could go with, but I was trying to do
Don Corleone.
right.
That's Cal, actually.
All of mine were based off just shows and things I've seen. So you may not have seen this, but House of Cards, Frank Underwood on House of Cards. He was the president on there, and he was just a badass dude. And he would cut your hand off if you double crossed him. I put smart, calculated. It seems like he's always 3 moves ahead of you, and you got to respect him, but you got to keep one eye on him. So that's how I feel about Patino sometimes, because Patino stole Donnie Freeman from us.
Yep. Yep. What a boss move by him.
Yeah, exactly. And if I remember correctly on House of Cards, Patino, not Patino, the president on here, he sleeps with a girl and lasts about 3 seconds. So that's pretty similar.
Yeah. Poor Karen. Poor Karen and the Puccinis.
Right. And then Adolph Rupp, I got Logan Roy from Succession, built an empire. It's like a family business type show where he's just a total asshole to his family, but he's a quadrillionaire. It says like win or get out expectations, pressure still lingers to present day. Adolph Rupp he did so well. He set the expectations for Kentucky basketball back in the day, and so did Logan Roy from that show. So
I've never seen that show, or I've never seen House of Cards. So
hey, that's fair, but I'm sure there are people that have. So that's all I got for basketball. NBA stuff's going on. Reed Shepherd fucked LeBron up last night.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Don't fuck with them London boys.
Exactly. And I didn't think I'd root for the Rockets because I thought the Lakers would give the Thunder a better chance, but now I kind of want to see Reed advance. So
Right, and it's not happening.
it's going to go to Game 7 so Luka can be healthy to play next round.
I don't know. KD's out for Game 6.
He's been out most series. They don't need him.
Oh, yeah, I think they play tomorrow night.
Yeah. Hey, regardless,
I think
Thunder will wax.
I think the Lakers end it tomorrow night.
Thunder.
Let's go through that before we get into the Cats.
Okay. Well, let's see where are we at right now. The Pistons down 3-2 to the 8th seed Magic, so that's a potential upset. Who do you think's going to win in general, like between the East and West?
Like actually going to win the title?
No, well, who do you think has the best team right now? Not like we can go through the series, but I'm just interested. Who do you think? Like if I were to ask you, who do you think is playing in the finals right now?
Well, it's the Thunder and whoever makes it out of the West or the East.
Thunder probably, but Wemby and the Spurs, they're coming. Fox and Shea, that's going to be a battle.
They're right on the precipice, but it's the Thunder.
You think? Yeah. See, the Spurs might be a year too early, maybe, but Wemby, is not like Chet, and I think Wemby's going to go all out when they play, and it could go 7, and I would love that.
I don't think it goes 7.
You don't think so? Well,
no.
What about who would play the Spurs? The Timberwolves get the Nuggets. Timberwolves up 3-2, but the Timberwolves don't have Ant Edwards the rest of the series, and DiVincenzo's out for the rest of the playoffs.
They're cooked.
So Nuggets come back from down 3-1.
It could happen.
I mean, no one from the Nuggets is really hurt. Jokic and Murray are playing. That's the main thing.
Right.
So if the Thunder went back-to-back and Shea wins MVP again after wins regular season and finals MVP after breaking Wilt's record. Where does that put him currently all time for you? Just currently, not projection.
Like, where does that put him?
If he retired today after the season, I think he's already top 100.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because he's young.
Yeah. Shay's got a chance. Like, man, if he keeps this up.
What do you think his ceiling is?
His ceiling could be like top 10 all time.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Another mismanagement by Cal. But
right. And he's not even a heavy 3-point shooter either. And I know a lot of those top 10 guys aren't, but like in a generation where it's a bunch of really good high volume 3-point shooters, he doesn't shoot a whole lot.
I know a lot of people make the joke that he's a free throw merchant.
Yeah, he is.
But did you hear? There's nothing wrong with it.
That's what I'm saying. So what? He is.
And that's what I'm getting into. Did you listen to Pardon My Take's interview? I think it was either early this week or late last week where they had Carmelo Anthony on.
No, I missed that one.
And they got on the topic of Shai and, do you think he's a free throw merchant? And Carmelo was like, no. That's just a talent that you have. If you know that you can beat people that way, why not fucking use it?
Exactly. Melo, we know Shai don't need help with scoring, but Melo was one of the best 3-level scorers of all time, and he said it. I'm sure you've seen this video. He said that MJ told him how to get a quick 30 every game. He's like, just get 7 a quarter, hit a 3, a jump shot, and go get 4 free throws. There you go. There's your 7 to 9 points a quarter, and you're going to end up with 30 every game.
Yep.
Free throws are a big part of scoring.
100%. And like, there's so much that plays into that. I know modern basketball hates that, which I'm not a fan of the free throw merchants either. But after hearing Carmelo's interview the other day, it's like, it is a talent.
Me, it's impressive if you can score at will and do something over and over again when the defense knows what you're doing already and they still can't stop you.
Right. It's like, I'm about to bait you in. Like,
if not, I'm shooting a wet jumper over you, so you better get in my face, or you better foul me, one or the other. And I'm probably minimum hitting 1 of 2, most likely 2 of 2.
Right. I mean, it's smart. There's multiple guys who have done it throughout their careers. James Harden.
Exactly. Shai is just figured out a different, more annoying way to do it, but that makes him more effective against the defenses because it annoys the piss out of the defense that he can get to his spot at any pace that he wants. He doesn't have to go too fast or too slow. He does it at his own pace. No one rushes him.
This might be a take, but Shai is a much more improved James Harden.
That is a great take. The only thing Harden has over him is threes. That is literally the only thing.
Yeah. He's got handles, and most of the time, those handles are equated to a step-back 3. Shai has the handles. Yeah. He can make you foul him, but he ain't scared to blow by you and go to the rim.
He'll dunk on you occasionally. He can play both guard positions. He plays well. Harden doesn't even play defense. Shai plays better defense than him.
Facts.
So.
Oh, while we're on this subject, who do you think is the most mismanaged player of the Cal era? And I have a list.
Well, he's clearly on there, but Cal somewhat salvaged it. So I'm not going to put him on the list, but that's one of note that Cal could have started and we could have had potentially a better season, but that's here or there.
Exactly. But on this list is Shai.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think he's number one on that list.
You think so? See,
Mismanaged.
to me, I went to
Won
the
the
Louisville game where he broke out, and that was like 2/3 of the season. So to me, he didn't get mismanaged the whole season. But I see what you're saying. Talent wise, he's definitely number one.
Yes. But on that list, I would have Shea. I would have Rob Dillingham, Reed Shepard, Devin Booker.
Ulysses freshman year too. I mean, if you're going to put Booker, you might as well put his boy with him.
Yeah, but
I think
well,
that's tough because Aaron Harrison. I think Aaron was better than Andrew, but Booker is better than Ulyss. So if you could have somehow played Booker at point guard and Harrison together, that would have been your two best players together.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah. Cal
Would
couldn't
have been
figure
a
that
squad.
out, although he had Bledsoe and Wall play together, and he had Knight and Lamb play together. He's had combo guards and point guards play together, but that's here or there. Maxey, Quickly, and Higgins.
Right. I don't know. I think Shea's a clear
I'm with
one
you.
on that list.
I'm with you. Those are all good. I'm trying to think of.
I think there's a clear two at Booker.
Yeah, well, Booker was more of a. Cal should have played him more, but it was a being on that team. Like the Harrisons didn't really foul a lot either, so it was hard to take them out. Like we were so dominant. I think that is the only two guys that I will give Cal a little bit of slack on, is because that team was sick. But he
Right.
don't get slack in the tournament for that. He should have played him more in the tournament.
Can I say this though?
Go ahead.
What did it get us a title?
No, it didn't. But
Mismanaged.
who knows if Booker and Ulyss would have got us one either. There's a chance they would have, but it could have been the same result. I think the bigger issue on there was losing Poitras against Wisconsin. Decker was a mismatch for Trey Lyles for some reason. I don't know why, but he was.
Right. Like, I could fucking guard Sam Decker.
Yeah, I mean, Duke did. I didn't even watch that game.
That
one of
was
the only
a
national
joke,
championship games
obviously.
I never watched.
That's obviously a joke. Sam Decker played in the NBA. I
No.
couldn't guard Sam Decker. He's also like 6'7", isn't he?
Oh, yeah. You can guard Marshall
Yeah.
Henderson, right?
Oh yeah, I'm Marshall Henderson. That's
yeah,
me.
exactly. Get the quote. But to answer your question, on top of your stuff, I agree with a lot of the ones that you said. There was one I had earlier on one of his later teams. He kind of didn't play Winion a lot there a little bit. You know, Winion ended up being a pretty solid NBA player there for a while.
Yeah, that was lucky.
Yeah, it was. I feel like he took a long time that last year with Maxey's year to let like EJ Montgomery take over the Nate Sestina spot when he started playing better. There's just like little moments like that, but you hit all the big ones.
Yeah, I mean it's a clear like top 4 to 5.
And a lot of that consists of the other guys that he played over them ended up being bust. Not the twins, but Shea, the big one, being Quade Green.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Ugh. And then the whole
you talk about we think Mark Pope whiffs. That was a whiff. That was a
I
Cal
just thought
whiff.
of one right now that was extremely mismanaged because he never freaking played. Shaden Sharp.
Well,
that's mismanaged in a different way.
Well, that was not on Cal's behalf. I'll give Cal that
is a strong enough figure that he could have done something. Bill Self came out and said shit about Darren Peterson.
Right. I don't know. The Shaden Sharp saga.
He was healthy. I know. And you said Cal can't say do anything about it, but I refuse to believe someone with that type of power at this university couldn't have said, get your ass in or you're not going to be on the team. But he chose not to. He'd rather just be the player's coach and let him get drafted. So that's Cal.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's Cal.
I'm with you. I think he was fucking healthy. It just...
That's one casuals don't remember because he didn't play at all.
Facts. Big facts.
Or Ennis Canner. None of them remember Ennis Canner either. That wasn't our fault, but that's another one that got away.
Yeah, but that was also a real different
Oh, that's
situation.
what
He
I'm saying.
was.
That's nothing on our end. That was just dumb, blind luck. The NCAA hated us.
They still do.
Yeah, I know.
We're the
But
brand.
hey, to get one more last basketball jab in, we could be worse. We could be Will Wade at LSU and only have Mo Diabate.
Yeah, they. Oh boy.
They gave all the money to Lane Kiffin, and they're like, "We don't care about basketball." Will Wade said, "I'll take that job."
Will Wade thought he was walking back into the same situation, and
Yeah,
it's not at all.
right. The little money they did have, they gave to the women's basketball team.
Oh my God! I'm sorry to interrupt, but
You're
I've
good.
got the Knicks and Hawks
Mm,
playoff game on in the background.
that's 3-2 Knicks, right?
Yep, and the game's over.
What is it?
The Knicks are up 44-15 with 11 minutes to go in the second half. God,
And Atlanta
wow,
too. Oh my God. Hey, the Knicks have the best
wow,
chance of beating the Celtics in the East, so that's all right with me. Wow.
wow, 44. It's a 29-point game with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. The Knicks already have their fucking reserves on the
The,
court.
they
Jose
put
Alvarado is playing.
they put the Brunson burner on the bench. He just burned them already, and Cat's gonna have a nice little night off and go out in Atlanta for a night, or they'll lose a little sleep thinking about Boston. One or the other.
I think yeah, Cat's still in there. So is
Mm.
OG.
They'll get
But
him out in second half. That's crazy.
yeah, you don't see Alvarado on the court all that often for the Knicks.
Right. Well, before we get into the great UK football news we had that's been going on, you want to talk a little bit about the Bears draft?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Well,
Some
in the
good, some
20s, we're not
shit.
used to picking in the 20s. It's kind of weird for
No, we're
us.
not. No, we're not. But I loved our first pick in Dylan Tinneman.
I loved our first and second pick because they filled needs.
Who was our second pick? Was
As
it the center?
the center from Iowa, and Dahlman
Okay.
retired early on us. We had no choice.
Yes.
And I read an article today that the Ravens were going to take him in the third round, and they were waiting, so they took their second round pick before us, thinking he would fall. Nope, we snagged him. The Ravens messed up because they thought he was going to fall to them in the steal. So he's a good player.
So we had what? 7 picks in this draft?
Yeah, not a whole lot, but still filling, like you said, safety first pick. I'm happy with him. Dylan Thiemann, is that his name? Yeah.
Thieneman. I don't know.
Played at
But
Purdue, transferred to Oregon, All American. Great athlete. Supposed to go top 10. Didn't.
I liked 3 of the picks.
Okay.
And I'm fringe on one of the fourth ones. So I liked Thieneman. I
yeah.
liked the center Logan Jones, and I
Yeah.
liked getting the corner in Malik Murphy.
Yes, that was. He fell. Like, I'm happy we got him. We needed him back. We needed a third corner. So
I'm fringe on the verge of liking Vandenberg.
yeah, that one's interesting. I don't know. I'm kind of with you. I like those other ones, and then Vandenberg, and then the wide receiver from LSU, and
Bad pick.
they just picked him off speed.
Yep. That dude should have never been a third round pick.
Got to trust Ben Johnson, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, that's what I'm holding on to. I mean, literally, they drafted him to be a kick returner in the third round.
Yeah, I thought so too.
They want him to be the next Devin Hester.
He is okay, but not. Who knows, right?
But if you're going to do that, why not actually go and draft LSU's kick returner and bend him down?
Right? Did he get drafted?
He did.
Okay, so I wrote down all the UK players, and I missed him, or ex-UK players. Where did he go?
I believe the Saints.
Okay, well, good for him.
Kind
He
of
deserves it.
Kind of following in Lynn Bowden's footsteps.
And Dan Key went to the Broncos.
Yeah, but he didn't get drafted.
No, he didn't, but he went with his brother there. So those were the two guys we thought when they came in as freshmen at UK they would get drafted, and one did and one didn't. So
We actually had a pretty solid draft for our guys.
we had 4, right? I think
5.
5. I
You
got
had
Jalen Farmer, Seth McGowan, Jagerbert, and Kendrick Law. Who's the other one?
So in order, it was Jalen Farmer,
Went to the Colts.
Jaeger Burton,
He went to the Packers.
the
Boo.
Packers,
Boo.
Kendrick Law,
He went to
Seth
the Lions.
McGowan.
Boo. He went to the Colts. And
I
didn't have
feel
a
like
fifth
there's
one.
one more I'm missing. Maybe it was 4.
Yeah, those are the 4 I have, and Jalen Farmer has a chance to start. The rest of them are probably going to be backups to start, so we'll see.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
are there any like quarterbacks, running backs, tight ends, wide receivers you have an eye on potentially for fantasy next year? Just a little early fantasy preview.
As far as out of this draft class,
Yeah, and I can name a
or
few
just
just
in general?
out of this draft class. I can name a few just to tee you up. There's just 2 easy running backs. You've got any? You're going to be drafting Jeremiah Love or Jadarian Price, the 2 first-round running backs.
I'd be more inclined to do Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, they both are in weird situations. To me, Jeremiah Love's either going to be really good or he's going to have the year Genty had.
Yeah.
It's going to be one or the other. But his quarterback might be Carson Beck. Arizona had to miss on Ty Simpson, so they had to settle for Carson Beck.
Yeah, not good.
That's tough. So really, him and Mendoza are the only quarterbacks that have a chance to play right away. But
And I wouldn't take either of them.
Nussmeier, remember going into the college football season, he was supposed to be the number 1.
I
He fell all the way
honestly
to
don't
the 7th
know
round. Nussmeier, crazy.
that I would take any rookie.
Let's see how tight ends are some decent ones. Kenyon Sadiq for the Jets and Eli Stowers for the Eagles.
I still don't know that I'd take any of them in fantasy. Maybe as a backup.
Well, yeah, tight ends. There's only like 5 to 6 good ones, anyways. That's the only reason I mentioned them. They have high upside. Yeah, receiver-wise, you got Carnell Tate, who wasn't even the best wide receiver on his own team, and he has Cam Ward throwing to him. And then you got Jordan Tyson, who has Tyler Shuck throwing to him. Then you got Malachi Lemon, who has Jalen Hurts throwing to him.
This is going to be a weird take, but I think I'd rather take Tyson. I hate saying this because he's a Louisville guy.
I think I would too out of those 3.
But Tyler Shuck, man, I think he's going to be good.
He did. He showed out last year. He was a lot better than I thought he would be. He kind of lived up to his high school recruiting status. He was a 5-star. The Browns took a couple receivers. Indiana or the Jets took one of the Indiana receivers. But man, I don't know if there's really a lot of standout rookies for fantasy moving up. And I'm joining a new dynasty league this year with some buddies, and I don't even know who to take, dude. I mean, Jeremiah Love's going to go early, so I have no idea.
Do we have keepers in our league this year?
We do. We got one, and my freaking keeper has to be Jalen Hurts because my skills positions are all old or suck. So I'm stuck with Jalen freaking Hurts.
I need to look at my roster and see who I'm keeping.
When that time comes, we'll do a little fantasy preview on here too, and talk about everyone's teams and all that stuff. So
I feel like it's probably going to be
might
a
have
running
to listen
back.
to us talk fantasy about our league. Probably that's who I wanted to keep a running back, but mine's Bucky Irving. So,
but I'm having a hard time remembering who is on my team. I've got so much on my.
I can check for you here in a second. You got anything NFL wise, Bears wise? Think we're going to stay in Chicago, Indiana?
I have no idea.
No
idea.
You got any takes on Vrabel Rossini?
I think 2 of Rossini's kids are not her husband's. but
There's a lot of damning evidence, right?
there's definitely one that's not.
And the Spotify playlist that came out, man, 2026, you can't get away with shit.
No. And, I mean, I get it. They have a relationship, they talk, and this, that, and the other. But you are two prominent people. Cut your ties with your other spouse and just be together. Or is
Yeah,
that against the rules for her since she's an NFL insider?
She was. She ain't no more. She might, but
Vrabel became an insider.
that was a good one. I like that one. Your keeper is most likely you got Joey Burr, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you got Josh Jacobs. Those are probably your three best players.
It's probably going to be Amon-Ra.
I would probably keep them if I was you. You're also dealing with a team that almost finished last, so keeping Amon-Ra from a team like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Well, now you know that you got that to
What
think about.
fucked me last year was quarterbacks.
Yeah. Jordan Love and someone else.
Burrow.
Oh, you
who was hurt.
Herbert. You had Burrow and Herbert. Parker had Jordan Love. Yeah, Herbert. Man, Herbert's got to be one of the most overhyped guys. He's all talent, all looks, and freaking sucks.
I know. I know. I tried to give him one more chance. I was like, this is his breakout year.
You know?
And I have him as a backup. And then Burrow gets hurt.
Yeah. You know, people talk about Justin Herbert and his glowing hair and his hot girlfriend and all that, and they hype him up. Meanwhile, our boy, who people accuse of being gay and zesty and has his fingernails painted, is out there busting people's ass. So I'll take Caleb over him all day.
Yep.
All day.
Yep. I might, you know what? I might fucking draft him.
Hey, after last year, his draft price going to go up a little bit.
Yep. You ain't wrong.
But, yeah, cool. We'll see.
My God, this game is out of hand, dude. I know we just talked about it a few minutes ago, but it's 58-19.
Wrap it up. Call it early.
Yep.
Call it early.
Go to
Magic City. Go to Magic City, Atlanta.
Slaughter rule. While we're talking about that, did you see when the Thunder eliminated the Suns that Shea tweeted that picture?
That was
photoshopped the back of the jersey. Cancun on 3.
I legit died. And I know him and Dylan Brooks are like internationals. They both play for Cancun, so like they're probably somewhat friends, but Dylan Brooks talks the most shit and can't back it up, and then he tried doing it to freaking Shea, and Shea fried his ass. Straight fried him.
Yep.
So I love it. Shea talks his shit, backs it up.
Jesus. The Knicks are doing whatever they want. It's a 41-point game, and there's still 6 minutes to go in the second. It's 60-19.
Yeah, Atlanta's, they don't really have any stars. They got rid of Trae Young, of course, who was carried them for a little bit, but they're...
Yep, he's on my
Johnson
team
is
now.
Their star. Jalen Johnson is your star.
No. CJ McCollum.
He's the best scorer, but Jalen Johnson's he made the All-Star team. He's their future. Cool. After that, you want to get into UK football and call it a night?
Yep.
All right.
Them boys are putting in the work over at the Craft Center.
You want to talk about people taking out boom tweets and all this. The football guys are way more creative than the basketball team. They're not all putting out booms. They're putting like...
No, it's just a little wildcat emoji, and I like that better than the boom.
Exactly. What was the one that Stein did? He's like, "We outside" or something like that. I love that one.
Yes, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, we outside. We outside. I love it, and that's the energy that we need, man. That a lot of people, like me and you, we're on the internet daily.
Yeah.
we know the popular memes and this, that, and the other.
Yep.
And when our coaching staff is tweeting these popular memes, that people don't understand that shit connects with these young kids. Like,
It does. And it's a lot of these recruits that they signed have said in their interviews or in their post, we're here to change the culture at Kentucky. And that's part of it.
yes, Will Stein is selling these young men a hell of a vision.
He is. I'd like to sit on one of those pitches and see what he's envisioned telling them.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, and we might be able to do that. There's a student, I think I've talked about him before, but there's a student teacher that works out at my building. He's like working on finishing his degree,
Yeah.
but he's a unpaid recruiting assistant for the football program.
Yes. Okay.
And I don't know, we might be able to make that happen. I'll talk to him.
We'll see. Hopefully,
even if we don't get to sit in on a pitch, it's like maybe we get a Will Stein interview.
he seems like he's very open to being interviewed by a lot of people, and he's willing to, be very transparent, unlike Pope, about what's going on.
Yeah.
And you even said he was mic'd up at the spring game. I mean, not a lot of
Oh,
people
it
do
was
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I mean, literally, you'd hear him calling out plays, live commentary on plays. I think I alluded to this on another episode, but there was one play. It wasn't even like during the actual scrimmage. I think they were doing drills. And one dude just got absolutely fucking lit up.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Oklahoma
oh,
drill?
shit. It wasn't even the Oklahoma drill because they had too many personnel out there, but
That's fair.
big hit. And he goes, oh, shit, that'll do it. It's like, all right, let's
Attaboy.
go.
Let's go. Yeah, I love that. That's great, dude.
But
I love that.
like, in all seriousness, though, I got to give a lot of credit to Mark Stoops. He did things here that had never been done before.
He's kind of like what we said Mitch did. He elevated it to a different level.
But in all of his time here, I mean, yeah, we had some, top, 12 to 15 classes at one point, and then they fell off to like, the 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
We have the number 6 recruiting class in the country right now.
Mostly 4 stars and like no 1 or 2 stars. Like we used to, Stoops and Joker and these other coaches, they all used to like sprinkle their classes with 1 and 2 stars. He's going to sprinkle his with 3 stars at the least.
Yes. Yeah. We're going after the top talent. And like I alluded to earlier, and I said I would bring this back up, he does have a little bit of an advantage. There's juice behind him being a first-year head coach. He's coming from a team that is a perennial playoff contender.
He sells playoff pedigree, yeah.
And he's also an in-state kid. Yeah,
he knows the state. You're right. He knows the state, and he knows how to recruit against Louisville.
Yes. I think it's funny, man. Like, we basically traded staff for players with Louisville.
Yep.
And I don't know. I mean, Louisville's still up there, too. They have a top 10 recruiting class as well. So, obviously, Brom hired replacements well.
Yeah.
But, my goodness, it's on an insane level right now. Like, we've never been on such a high for Kentucky football.
And unfortunately, for Stein and the football program, the negativity of basketball is shadowing what's going on. So we, as UK fans and a podcast and our friends and everybody we talk to, need not to sunshine push the basketball team, but we need to shed light on what the football team's doing right now.
Yes, it's never been done before here, James. Like, I know we have the second hardest schedule in the country next year.
Yeah, that's tough. My dad and I were going through the schedule, and our ceiling is 7 wins.
I think it could be higher than that.
Maybe 8, because, you have the toss-ups, Missouri, South Carolina. We're still not sure about Summerall at Florida. Like, you can get him occasionally, too. But, like, Alabama, Tennessee, at Tennessee, of course, Georgia. I mean, we have tough teams. A&M.
I know this is a little bit of copium from UK basketball, but I have talked myself into a win against Alabama in week 2.
Interesting. And then it'll come down to that offensive line with Alabama. We know the trenches are the big deal with them.
They have a quarterback who's going to be their starter.
Who's Alabama's starter?
I can't remember his name, but I know he's a newcomer.
Huh.
Potentially.
Yeah.
But I know he's never made a start. His first career SEC start will be on the road at Kentucky.
Yep. It says it's going to be Austin Mack or Keelan Russell.
Keelan Russell.
Yeah.
That's who a lot of people think it's going to be.
Okay. Well, with DeBoer, he knows a lot about quarterbacks, but so does Will Stein.
I'd be willing to bet Will Stein probably knows a little bit more.
Will Stein has coached better quarterbacks. DeBoer got Michael Penix, who's very injury prone and kind of caught lightning in a bottle that one year. So
Exactly. I'm so pumped for football, dude. Like,
me too. And even next year, like this year's going to be the catalyst. But next year,
we got to fight.
Is it?
Sorry. Are you watching too?
No, I don't have it on in the background.
Oh yeah, it's a 50-point game, and there's an all-out brawl on the court.
That's hilarious. Is Cat in the middle of it?
Nope. It's shit. Oh my God.
Is it going to the stands?
It's no, but Mitchell Robinson.
Yep, no, it was Mitch.
Looks like Jonathan Kuminga. There's people being held back. There's police on the court.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, this ain't good. OG Anunoby's involved. Oh, my goodness.
Damn, the Hawks just can't help but be sore losers, huh?
50-point game. That's an incredible stat. The Atlanta Hawks have 22 points.
Yeah.
And there's still 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
And they're about to lose Jonathan Kuminga, probably, so.
Yeah, that's Kuminga, Mitchell Robinson. Oh my gosh.
It's still going?
You wait till you see this. No, I'm watching the replay of it, but.
Okay, I need to turn TV on later. That's crazy. Wow. NBA fights. No malice at the Palace, though, or malice at State Farm Arena.
Is that Dyson Daniels?
Dyson Daniels, yeah, he's a hothead, too.
Yeah.
I call him staying out, but he ain't a fighter.
He just tried to square off with Mitchell Robinson.
Oh, my God.
That didn't work out very well for him.
6'3" versus 7 foot. Holy. Wow.
Man.
NBA fight night.
Right?
Hey.
But
speaking of that, we want our team to bring that fight, too. And I think Stein is bringing the fire to make them do that, and so is the rest of the coaching staff. The way he's talking and presenting himself is pretty awesome.
Wish you could have gone to the spring game with me.
Yeah, I wish I could
have
too.
Seen the energy around that stadium, man. I mean, I know I talked about this last episode, but the line was 200 deep to get in easily.
One, I would argue this, not one, a lot of people would, that hiring Will Stein right now was a bigger splash than hiring Mark Stoops back then.
Yes.
So it's big
solely
deal.
Because he comes from a playoff proven program. He knows how to, he's been around Dan Lanning for a bit.
A guy that
And
knows how to build a program, yeah. And
you
UTSA
know
was a built small program.
exactly. And he brought in a bunch of dudes who, they know how to win football games.
Yep,
So
they do. And he's figured out how to build a roster for that. Now the SEC is a different beast. We know that, but what is Minchie a sophomore?
I believe he's a junior.
So we do get 2 years out of him. So I think 2 years with Minchie under Stein, that could be great.
Yes. 2 if we're lucky.
Well,
I think
yeah.
Minchie has
if he's
the
a
opportunity.
one and done, I would. That means we had a good year. I'm cool with that.
Yes. If he's a one and done guy, like we're talking, 9-3 potentially in the playoff.
Notre Dame liked him. I mean, Notre Dame is
Marcus
really
Freeman
good at
had a hard time not starting him.
Yeah, I
Said
know.
it
They
was
said
like
he barely lost it.
a razor thin margin as to whether Kenny Minchie or CJ Carr was going to be the starter.
Meanwhile, CJ Carr is like in the top 10 to 20 of every draft for next year. So if Minchie's right under him and shows out in the SEC, he could be up there too.
Exactly. And the one thing that really impressed me from Kenny Minchie at that spring game was like pocket presence. Oh, we got a Jacksons, Daniels and Mitchell Robinson.
Okay, good. I mean, they don't have a backup center. They don't need one. Yeah, they don't. I mean,
it doesn't matter. It's
Daniels can hit the showers early and go to Cancun early.
Oh, Dyson Daniels tried to kiss him. What the?
Weird. Was Daniels from another country? He's just a weird dude.
But Kenny Minchie's different, man.
He certainly carries himself and appears to be different than the last couple guys we've had since Levis.
Yes. That's a fact.
That's the main thing.
I am all aboard the football train right now.
Me too. And, we're going to hear more moving forward because spring practice and all that, we got, a couple... how much longer do they have of that? Don't they got till July?
No, it's wrapped up. They're done
now. Okay. So they only did that spring one. All right, cool. I'm getting all my sports mixed up between baseball, basketball, and all that shit.
Yeah, they're wrapped up, and actually, there's videos coming out. You know how Stoops wanted a new weight room?
Mm-hmm.
Stein's getting one.
Attaboy.
They've gutted it.
Attaboy. And it was probably needed. I've seen pictures of it. It was probably needed.
I mean, it was still a nice weight room, but probably not the same weight room he walked into at Oregon and was like, hey, you want me to succeed here? Let's fucking do something about this.
Exactly. And, I have been in that. This is a different sport, basketball, but I have been in that Wildcat Lodge. I had to, deliver food there one time when I worked at Malone's. And that place is nicer than, a lot of people's apartments. But compared to other college basketball places, Cal was right. It needs to be updated. But until we get more success, it's not going to be.
No. We got to win multiple titles.
Football brings in the money.
Last question. Do you think it's an unsuccessful Cal tenure because he only won one title here?
I wouldn't say unsuccessful, but I would say probably didn't live up to full expectations.
Definitely did not.
Because he was successful for a lot of it, and he had teams. We could name off all the teams that had potentially a chance to win it, and really the only one recently that he had was the Sheboy team, because he didn't play Reed and Rob enough that other year. But
that was what, the COVID year?
Yeah, the Sheboy and Ty when the Ty got hurt, Kellen Grady, they had the pieces, they just didn't. They lost St. Peter's.
No, I don't think that team even had a shot to win it. I was talking about the
Sheboy had the national champ. He was the undisputed national player of the year. That's the only reason I throw that team up there. But You're talking about Maxie Quickly and them. They are probably the best
Yes.
pure team. Maxie Quickly,
In my
Richards,
opinion,
Higgins, all them.
In my opinion, that was the last roster Cal put together that could have won a title.
So you look from 2010 to 2019, he probably had more often than not a chance to win the title. There was probably 2 years in that time that he didn't. Or 2 years he didn't have the talent. The Nerlens year and mainly because of injury, but they probably didn't have it. And then probably the Murray U.S. Scout year. But every other year he had the talent in the running to win titles those years. So to me, that means it wasn't unsuccessful start to finish. It was just he topped out too early and kind of.
Here's the other kicker about that. I
Yeah.
guess success in a Kentucky basketball fandom, it's titles.
So where do you rank Cal amongst Joby Hall and Tubby and Rick? Because if you're ranking titles, he's on par with all of them. He's just below Adolph.
I mean, I would put Rick above him as a coach.
I would too, but Cal has made more Final Fours, or just as many. I think they made the same amount at Kentucky, and they won the same amount of titles. So if we're just basing off resume, all four of them are on par. Cal has made more Final Fours and championships than Joe B and Tubby.
Right. I don't know, man. It's just.
Let me ask you this. Watching all those teams, who'd you have the most fun with? You obviously didn't watch Joe B, but those Calipari teams, most times we thought we had a shot at winning. Those Tubby's teams, I wasn't totally sure we had a shot at winning every year. Those are the 4-year stretch. Tayshaun, Bogans, Azubuike, Hayes. Those 4 years, maybe. But we got upset every year.
Yep. Same thing with Cal. It's almost like we're such a spoiled fan base that we're cursed.
Well, I saw a TikTok, or I don't have TikTok, but I saw an Instagram reel where this guy said, we basically traded our soul in 2012. Anthony Davis hurt himself, should have been out in whatever game that was. Maybe it was in the Elite Eight or Final Four, and we sold our soul to win the championship that year to make him healthy, and now we haven't won since then.
Yeah. Yeah.
2015 is the ultimate one that got away, like the one that we can actually blame ourselves for not winning. Yes, we had that shot clock violation, but we still should have won that game. All the other years, there could have been other underlying issues, whether it's Kemba Walker or Shabazz Napier or Luke fucking May and the refs, and there's just so many other stuff.
But for me, the Cal issue is like, and I know everybody's bashing us online right now. It's like, oh, I bet you fucking miss Cal right now.
Yeah, I got something to say about that, but go ahead.
It's like, yeah, we miss being able to land players.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. We miss being the top
that's it.
Recruiting class.
I don't miss getting beat by fucking Oakland or St. Peter's or...
Yeah. Now, the only thing Cal does have over Pope, their records are very similar. Cal has recruiting, but he did win that SEC championship this past year. That's the only thing he really can hold his hat on right now.
In my opinion, Cal is the greatest recruiter of all time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he basically made the playbook for all these old coaches that were better than him, and he was like, nah, screw you all. I'm doing it my way. And then Coach K, and Izzo hasn't totally adapted, but K, Mark Few, Jay Wright, and Bill Self, he made all of those guys adapt.
Yeah. And we only got one title to show for it.
Yep. And really what hurts more is that not only that we only have one, that other Blue Bloods have some too. Kansas ended up with one more, I guess, in 22, but North Carolina got two, or Duke got two, 2010 and 2015. I mean, Villanova got two.
Right. I mean,
UConn got four.
Exactly. UConn has 7.
Yeah, they're going to catch up with us before we know it. Like, we're going to lose all our records unless we do some shit.
Yes. Like, I feel like, and this is going to certainly be a take, because everybody wants Billy Donovan to be the head coach.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good move. He's been
Yeah,
out
I
of
mean,
college way too long.
I agree with you, but kind of like they said on, I think Matt Jones was talking to Kyle Tucker on his podcast, who at the time with Pope, just to use it as an example, Pope ended up being at the right place at the right time because the president didn't want certain coaches and Mitch was against certain coaches, yada yada. I think Donovan would be one that would be accepted right away, no matter what circumstances.
Donovan would have been accepted under Mitch
Yes,
and Eli.
oh yeah, exactly. But that doesn't mean just because he's accepted, he would be the right choice. Because I think a next coaching cycle, he might not be the right choice. He would have been one in this past one, is what I'm saying, with when Pope was 2 years ago. But now he might not be the right one.
I don't even think he would have been the right one 2 years ago.
Well,
I think
it's easy for us to say in hindsight because Pope has been underwhelming. But yeah,
I think Billy Donovan, if he was to come back to the college level, would be more suited for a GM role.
and I agree with that too. I totally agree with that. That's not a bad take. He was playing with the losing hand in Chicago. That was a franchise that didn't really care if they won. They were fine with being middling and just making money. So
Yep. As long as they made the play in, they were fine.
Yeah,
They didn't even make the play in, and they were willing to keep Billy Donovan, and he walked, which is
That tells you,
insane to me.
as one of the biggest cities and arguably one of the more well-known franchises because of Michael Jordan, that is crazy. So he's really coming back to
Arguably a top 3 sports market. It's New York, Chicago, Los Angeles.
Yep, exactly. And the Bulls are arguably the least attractive team in Chicago right now, and Donovan probably saw that. So even worse than the White Sox, which is freaking crazy.
It's hard to do that.
Exactly. But maybe this off season we'll be able to get into more coaching things. But I'm with you on Billy Donovan. I'm not on that train right now. So
if you had your choice of say for instance, Mark Pope doesn't land anybody else and says, you know what, I'm stepping away. I know this is not what is right for Kentucky basketball. Who would you go target tomorrow?
As a realistic or my pie in the sky dream guy?
Realistic.
All right. Well, I'll just throw out my pie, the sky dream guy. Give me Eric Spoelstra from the Heat.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr. No.
Right. Hey, that might be more attainable than you'd think.
North Carolina's getting some guys. Mike Malone's definitely going to do better than Bill Belichick is in North Carolina. So who knows how we're going to do in basketball.
Facts.
But, man, realistically wise, do I feel good about someone like Scott Drew? No. But I do think Scott Drew has more experience on the recruiting trail than Mark Pope does, so that's a positive. Honestly, I hate to just say this because this is kind of like history repeating itself. I would take BYU's coach, Kevin Young.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying I would take him.
I would too.
We probably couldn't poach Tommy Lloyd. He would be a great pick. Definitely not poaching Dusty May. So a lot of the guys I would want don't seem realistic. Who do you think would be the top coach that would leave to come to Kentucky from their program currently?
I had this conversation yesterday with somebody at work.
Mm-hmm.
And it was it's kind of off the wall. Everybody says Billy Donovan and Jay Lucas.
I said a couple months ago, Kelvin Sampson. He's too old, but I've been saying him.
Well, hear me out. Yesterday, my answers were TJ Otzelberger.
In my opinion, that's mid, but he's not a bad coach.
Not 15 minutes after that conversation, he signed a 10-year extension, so that's not happening.
Stay in Ames, whatever.
My other one, who is an older coach, like Kelvin Sampson, Brad Underwood at Illinois.
Nice sleeper. I kind of like that one, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love what Jay Lucas is doing at Miami, but it's
Unfortunately,
1 year.
He's a Duke shoe in if Shire leaves the pro.
Well,
If big
that's
if.
also true. But he's also not proven. He's got 1 year as a head coach.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him this year anyways. I'd want a couple years under his belt. I agree. How do you feel about someone like that's been successful at I wouldn't say a big program, but they're a decent basketball program, and he's built it for like a Matt Painter.
I would be all right with that.
That's like someone different off the wall. Like I know you and I are both kind of fans of Texas Tech's coach Grant McCasland, but I don't think I think
Yep.
he's a little too early. Like I would take Matt Painter over him. We need someone slightly more established.
It ain't even about being established. He would be dumb to leave oil money.
Yeah, well, that's here or there. I agree, but Kentucky's Kentucky. Like that's like, oh shit, I have that's different. But I mean,
but
that's just someone that's probably a Purdue lifer, but you could potentially like I don't know, like it's hard to grasp the potential.
And if we're
there's a lot of good young guys, but we got burned by a young guy already.
If we're being 100% honest, obviously we're not making a change.
Well, no, not till after this season at the earliest.
But if next year goes exactly how we think it's going to go, like, having a new AD, obviously they are probably going to go with someone outside of the Barnhart Capilouto circle because that circle is drawing a lot of heat.
Yeah, they need to wipe their hands clean, obviously.
Yes, and we talked about this earlier. It's like start over.
UK Athletics, time to open up a new chapter.
So, I don't know. Do you add say we have a new athletic director. Well, obviously we're going to have a new athletic director. Could potentially have a new president. They took names off of that list like Nate Oates, Bruce Pearl, people like that. I know Nate Oates is probably off the list because he signed another extension.
He likes it down there.
But with a whole new administration, some of those names that people said no to would probably pop up back on the board. One name notably, Bruce Pearl.
I was about to say, I know you said
I would love to have Bruce Pearl
I was
as a head
ask
coach
you
here.
what you thought about Big Bruce.
I would love to have Bruce Pearl as a coach here.
Bruce Pearl at a Blue Blood seems like a match made in heaven. Like he should be at a Blue Blood just talking his shit and getting his recruits and being him.
Wow. Subject change. New York Knicks just went into the half with the largest halftime lead in NBA playoff history.
Wow. What is it?
Wow. Well, all I saw was that stat line.
Yeah.
I didn't see the score.
The Hawks gave up, and they wouldn't say they went down without a fight because they did fight.
The Hawks didn't break 30 at halftime.
Oh, my God.
Not good. Not good.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Man.
But
imagine being an Atlanta fan. The Braves are solid, but every other team sucks.
Right. But, well, you got anything else, man? We're over an hour and a half into this thing.
We had a lot to talk about. No, just shout out my boy, KG. Big Ticket. Likes to talk his shit, too. Like him.
The Big Ticket. I like it.
Best trash talker in the NBA. Not in history, but he's up there. And go Cats, go Bears, go Cubs.
Yep. Go Cats, go Bears, go Yankees, go Kroger.
Okay. All right. Catch y'all later.
Catch y'all on the flip side.
Yes, sir.